Hello and welcome to the Hare to the Throne How to Play video. In this video we're gonna get you up and running to play a game of Hare to the Throne real quick. First, let's set up the board. Each player places their deck into the deck zone in the bottom right corner of the playmat and give it a good shuffle. Then decide which player goes first. And remember, whoever goes first doesn't get to draw a card at the start of their turn for the first turn and doesn't get to attack their first turn. Once you've decided who goes first, take the top 3 cards of your deck and place them in your guard zone, like so, rotating them 90 degrees. These guards are between you and defeat, and each time an unblocked attack comes through, you will lose a guard. Once you're out of guards and you take an attack, that's it, you've lost the game. Now, draw 4 cards for your opening hand. And remember, whoever goes first doesn't get to draw an additional card at the start of their turn. These 4 cards make up the potential cards that you can play during your turn. From there, each turn follows the same pattern. You start by drawing a card, then you go into your play phase where you can play any card you wish in any order, and each turn ends with the combat phase where you declare attackers, your opponent gets to declare defenders, we hash it out with combat, see if any guards are hit, and then the turn ends and the next player is, starting the cycle again. This continues until all guards are defeated and you land an unblocked blow, making you claim the victory. Hare to the Throne features 3 types of critters that you can play. The fast and brave daytime creatures, the sneaky nighttime creatures, and the heroic twilight creatures. Each of these have their own strengths and weaknesses that are important to learn. The cool thing about Hare to the Throne is that every card can be played either as a fighter to attack the units with its powers in the top left of the card, or for its effects that are at the bottom of the card, but never both. You must always make a choice. Let's talk about fighters first. Fighters are played into formations that you can see over here on the board. And you can start 1 formation each turn, which means playing to an empty formation, like so. You'll take a card from your hand and place it in the formation. I've now started a formation. Once a creature is played as a fighter, it no longer has access to its effects, and only its power in the top left matters. Fighters are used to attack and defend, which you need to take out your opponent's guards. We'll talk a little bit more about attacking and defending in a bit. While only 1 formation can be started each turn, existing formations can be reinforced unlimited times. You reinforce a formation by playing a creature of the same type, so a daytime creature to a daytime creature or a nighttime creature to a nighttime creature, into the same formation. You can play up to a maximum of 3 creatures in a single formation. The only exception to this rule are the heroic twilight creatures, who must always stand alone. So you can only play them to a formation that is already empty and never add additional creatures to it, not even other twilight creatures. Daytime creatures are always played face up and can attack in the same turn that they are played, making them perfect for sudden attacks. Nighttime creatures, however, are always played face down, and they cannot attack in the same turn that they are played. But they keep their strength hidden to other players, keeping them guessing and making them perfect for counterattacks. Twilight creatures possess both the power of day and night creatures, and you decide how you wish to play them. Do you play them face up for a devastating 13 might attack, or do you play them face down and keep them in wait, keep your opponent guessing? Is it a lousy 1 might mouse, or is it a powerful Sonja the Fox, ready to strike and destroy their attacking formations? Let's take these cards back to our hand. Aside from playing a card as a fighter, I mentioned you can also play a card for its effects. Effects are in the bottom part of the card. These effects differ per creature type. Daytime creatures can issue orders that have an immediate effect, and you can play unlimited orders each turn. So in case of this harvester, his order has that you choose a face down card on the field, any face down card on the field, and return that card to its owner's hand without looking at it. This tracker over here says to take out the highest face-up fighter with the highest power, even if it's your own. And if there's more than one, you get to choose. So very strong effects that immediately affect what's happening on the board. Nighttime creatures can perform ambushes. These need to be played face down in one of the 3 ambush zones at the bottom of the field. Like so. Let's move these out of the way. Ambushes cannot be activated in the same turn that they are played. Once that turn has passed, however, they can be activated at any time you wish, as long as their condition in italic is met. So in case of this trapper, when your opponent plays a face-up fighter, you can respond with this ambush by flipping it face up and taking out that fighter. Like so. You can have up to 3 ambushes set in 3 ambush zones. Twilight creature again feature the aspect of both creatures. Each Twilight creature has both a powerful order and a devastating ambush. The way you play the card automatically determines your choice. So if you set one for an ambush, you can only then activate it for an ambush and lose the access to its order or the ability to play it as a fighter. Let's look at a combat example. We fast forward a couple of turns and I'm ready. I've played all the cards that I wish in my turn and I'm now ready to move to combat. The start of the combat phase, as the turn player, I decide with which formations I wish to attack. And if any of those formations are a nighttime formation that I didn't start this turn, I flip them face up, like so. I attack with both of these formations, and my opponent now has the chance to declare blockers. They only have one formation with a power of 2. When blocking, combat ensues and the might of both formations get compared. In this case, if the Lumberjacker will block the formation of the creatures. They tally up to a 4, while he only has a 2, meaning that the weaker formation gets taken out, moved to the discard pile. If the value was the same, both formations would have been taken out. This leaves my nighttime creature formation unblocked, meaning they will deal 1 damage to one of the guards. When you deal damage to a guard, it gets taken out, but it doesn't go to the discard pile, but instead it goes to that player's hand, adding an additional card to their hand. This is our comeback mechanic, allowing players, while they're taking beatings, to gain a slow card advantage and allow them to crawl themselves back into the game. Now that we handled all combat, the turn automatically ends, it's the next player's turn, and the turn repeats as before. The player starts with drawing a card, then gets to play all of his cards, playing to 1 new formation, reinforcing any formations that already exist, playing orders, playing ambushes for as long as they have slots, and then concluding their turn by declaring an attack. You can also choose to skip an attack if you don't wish to declare any. That's it. Now you know everything to play a game of Hare to the Throne. I hope you give it a try. Download the Tabletop Simulator files. We also have a more detailed guide with the full rulebook on our Backer Kit page. Thanks, and let us know how it went. Cheers!